Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. I always love looking at other people's perspectives. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. But what's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And as always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. We're going to be taking a look at the Draft Network's new mock draft, courtesy of Keith Sanchez. I'll leave a link to the article, as well as his Twitter, if you want to go give him a follow. He is got the good on the Twitskay. But let's go ahead, look into this sucker. Aiden Hutchinson's no surprise here at number 1. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's just so redundant at this point. I imagine Detroit's going to take KT. I mean, Hutch and KT for almost everybody are the top 2 prospects in this class. I think Evan Neal's very close. But yeah, Jags in a very sussy quarterback class. They take the best player available. And then there it is, KT going to Detroit. Basically, second verse, same as the first. But both very good prospects. And then the Texans, this is the curveball here. They go Kenny Pickett at number 3. Kenny Pickett's going to have a hell of a Senior Bowl. I think warrant a team to go in the top 5. I mean, maybe someone trades up into the top 5 for a quarterback, but not a knock on Kenny Pickett, man. He's shown such great improvement compared to the prior 3 seasons. But again, you don't want to take those prior 3 seasons of starting experience for granted, just because it all looks like it accumulated into a banger year for him in 2021, I guess now 2022, but then 2021 season. Still, it's not like I don't think he's got an NFL arm. I wouldn't say he has an elite arm. He makes good decisions. I think his anticipation and his ball placement could be a bit better. But again, I just don't know. I think guys like Sam Howell and Malik Willis just have they do have the bigger upside, while Pickett might be the more safe play. But I don't know, man. Just something about like watching Pickett this long just tells me he's not ever going to be an elite quarterback. But hey, we all get things wrong, and I could be wrong on that. The Jets, they go Derek Stingley. So they opt for a corner instead of going with like I suppose someone in the trenches. Derek Stingley, he's got the ball skills. He has the elite size, length, and for all intents and purposes, the athleticism. Just kind of question how the ankle checks out. This would be a great move for the Jets to get someone there with Bryce Hall. And then you got Michael Carter in the slot. And then I've seen people be like, oh, Brandon Echols and Guidry, they're fine. They're sub guys, I'm telling y'all. Like I think they're even small to start on the outside for Salah's scheme. That's how small they are. And then, here the curveballs keep coming. Andrew Booth going to the Giants. I'm actually gonna read this. Blah, 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 blah. For the Giants defense that has struggled to find an identity, Booth would be a great addition. Giants fans should be excited about this pick because he will be the type of guy to bring back the defensive culture they had back when they hoisted Lombardi. Difference was they had Justin Tucker and Michael Strahan during those years. They need pass rush. I adamantly disagree with going for a position group that I think they have immense depth in. So, agree to disagree. I don't know why I did it like that. Carolina Panthers, they go with Matt Corral being the top quarterback on the board. I'm starting to think maybe I'm one of the few people that's not that high on Matt Corral. I would take a shot on him maybe like late first, but like the more I watched of him, just the more I feel better about guys like Sam Howell and Kenny Pickett, and even Malik Willis, man. Like those guys, just they have. For the exception of Pickett, they just have bigger upside. I think obviously Pickett has the size. Pickett has, they both have similar arms. I would say maybe Corral's a bit more accurate downfield. And it probably his escapability is a bit better. But I mean, Pickett actually has experience going through progressions and reads, while Matt Corral and Lane Kiffin's offense, it was kind of like 1 to 2 reads. So I'm not on board with it. Again, it's just how I feel on the quarterback prospect. The Jets, they complete the secondary with Kyle Hamilton. I actually like this. I know a lot of people are big like anti-safeties in the top 10. Hey, if that's your prerogative, it'd be like, oh, it's historically factual. You've seen guys like a Derwin James, which, Derwin James, like a year after that, people were like, oh man, he so should have been in the top 10. He should have been there. Kyle Hamilton's a much better prospect than Derwin James. There, I said it. New York Giants, they actually do address the trenches, but on the offensive side, which they need to, the offensive line is cocoa butter terrible. I'm not a big cocoa butter guy. Who would have thought? But I like Icky. It's surprising that he's the top guy over Evan Neal. Wonder if there's any explanation for that, but no, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, that actually kind of shocks me. Let me make sure I'm just not missing Evan Neal. I'm not. Wow, yeah, top guy over Evan Neal. Balls. There's no matter how much you like a guy, there's always someone else. There's always someone that likes him more. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, I guess at this point you could start him immediately at guard, or you could throw him on the right side. I mean, either or, man. They need to address the line. Washington, they go quarterback. Desmond Ridder. I went on my Ridder rant in the PFF video, and he's a guy with an arm that's capable of making every throw you expect a quarterback to make, and that, well, a quarterback can make. Like, he's got that ability. He's shown it, but it's just so inconsistent, man. His accuracy's here and there, and very similar to Corral, man. He was operating an offense where it didn't ask him to really go through progressions. So just Ritter's not my cup of tea. Atlanta Falcons, they go Evan Neal here. I'm still in. Well, if Evan Neal falls here, you're taking him. But if not, which I expect him not to be, I expect guys like a go receiver. I expect to go pass rusher. Those are my top 2 options there. Denver Broncos go offensive line. What the heck? Nicholas Petit-Frere. The dude can play both sides, right and left. He has shown that through his career. I'm just a bit flabbergasted. I guess this is your replacement for Bobby Massey, who hasn't played bad football by any means, but he is a replacement level starter. I guess you don't feel good about taking a Karlaftis. Feel good about taking a Howell or a Willis. There we go. I jumbled it together and spelled George Karlaftis apparently. But I think I'm still maybe going quarterback. I don't know why. Like, Nicholas Petit-Frere, for me, he's like in my 60s on my big board. I mean, Charles Cross, I think, is a phenomenally better. Is just a better prospect. I haven't seen Petit-Frere go this high in quite some time. I'm shocked. Actual real reason I said Karlaftis, because he's the next pick, and I read off the wrong line. But he's going to the Vikings here. They have decent pass rush there in Minnesota. It's just they don't, outside of Hunter, they don't have an elite pass rusher. So getting someone opposite him, I think, would be prime with Everson Griffin, taking care of his matters. And then, I mean, he's an older guy anyway. For me, Wonham is more of a rotation player. I know they brought in Patrick Jones. I'm not a Patrick Jones guy. Just not. But yeah, no, Karlaftis, he's in my top 10, so value is there. Jordan Davis going to the Browns. I would go receiver, get another playmaker for Baker in his 5th-year option year. But Jordan Davis, yeah, I mean, sealing up the middle, because they could use a stud in the middle, especially as a run stuffer. But he's got good pass rushing upside. This is still way too early than I would probably take him. But I understand that he's probably going to get in my opinion, overdrafted. Just because that size, that athleticism and explosiveness for that size, it's very alluring to the NFL. And then Daxton Hill going to the stinking, wow, Eagles. This is pretty high because I think that obviously there is a significant leap from Hamilton to the next set of safeties. But typically you're seeing guys like, for me, it's Battle. For other people, it's Jaquan Brisker. But Daxton Hill is real nice. He can play slot, which the Eagles actually don't need because Maddox actually has done a very good job there. But he could kick inside on sub-package plays. But regardless, like, you want this guy in your back end as a center fielder. He has that type of range. This just feels early, in my opinion. Jameson Williams going to the Saints. Man, everyone and their mom's making this pick because it makes too much sense. Get them a speedster. A legit playmaker. Ravens go Roger McCreary. I like the idea of the Ravens addressing corner because Tavon Young is a free agent after the season. Like he's saying here, corners like Marcus Peters, Jimmy Smith, they're getting older. They got Marlon Humphrey there in town. So, yeah, why not, dude? Cornerback depth is a necessity, I think, for any team vying for a Super Bowl. Pittsburgh Steelers go Kenyon Green. No Linderbaum yet. No Charles Cross either. So, and he lists Kenyon Green here as a guard. I don't like that. Though that would kind of like go with the whole initiative the Steelers have been trying to do with going more athletic on the offensive line. But I think if that's the case, you're playing him at tackle. He's an upgrade over both the tackles they have there. Granted, Dan Moore, he's more of he's a rookie. But still, I think Kenyon Green's an upgrade. I would love to see him in a scheme that allows him to show off his movement skills. Because this guy blocks very well while on the move. Drake London going to the Raiders is a new one for me, man. No Garrett Wilson? Interesting. But, I don't fault it, dude. You get a big boy weapon for Derek Carr. A nice contested catch guy who can create after the catch. I'm not against it. I'm being open-minded here. Jahan Dotson going to the Eagles, though, feels like more of the same. But I get it. Rager, he's kind of underwhelmed. You got Watkins there, but is he anything more than maybe a wide receiver 3 or 4? So, yeah, I can see that happening, but I'm a little underwhelmed by the Eagles picks at this point because they're just a bit higher than where I have some of these guys on my board. The Chargers go Chris Olave. We know that Mike Williams is going to be a potential free agent. Get the idea of getting more weapons around Herbert. If that's the case, just re-sign Williams. I think they're better off maybe addressing the defense, getting more edge help for Bosa, getting maybe more secondary help across from Asante Samuel, I think would probably be a bit better of an idea. And then Jermaine Johnson. I know Alex is real high on Jermaine Johnson. I am too, but I got a second-round grade on him. And quite very well, he could tear the top off at the Senior Bowl. I expect him to. This man looks like a man among boys. He is a former Georgia transfer. The dude's his frame's built out. He's jacked. He's legit like The Rock, man. I don't necessarily think he's like very explosive, but to be fair, the Seminoles didn't really ask him. They asked him to be more so a run contain guy first, but he manhandled guys, man. He really did. So it won't surprise me. The edge class, how people have him ranked, it's going to be very interesting. No Ajabo yet. And then Nakobe Dean going to the Dolphins. I think I'd rather like Devin Lloyd as a fit for the Dolphins, be kind of like Dante Hightower in that defense, because I think Dean would be similar to what they have in Jerome Baker, an undersized linebacker that's really fast, that you expect to be really good in man coverage, which, that's going to be Dean, dude, but he could also pop up or make plays around the line of scrimmage, mainly as a pass rusher. So I'm not totally against it, but man, I think I'm taking Garrett Wilson here, David Ajabo going to the Patriots. Things hadn't worked out with, what was it? Is it Chris Winovich? Yeah, things haven't really worked out with him, whether it's a scheme thing, character thing, I don't know. Apparently, Bill Belichick's just not high on him anymore after a very impressive start to his career a couple of years ago. But they grab Ojabo to be that next that guy across from who do they got there? Matt Judon. So I guess you could take Joshua Uchi and maybe move him more to a Dante Hightower role, because I expect that it's a guy that might get cut or restructure the contract if they already haven't. But yeah, no, a bit interesting. DeMar Valil is a bit interesting too. I get the idea. I don't think this guy's going to help with the run too much, at least initially. But you're getting a guy who potentially very good pass rusher, could play if they don't re-sign Chandler Jones, he could play on the outside for a little bit and maybe work him inside. He's got a guy like JJ Watt that can take him under his wing. So yeah, no, this one's all right. Bills take Tyler Linderbaum. He falls, and he falls hard. Yeah, if he falls this late, then you take him, I guess. Great value. But I'm just shocked he's this far down. Darion Kennard going to the Bengals. I'm not that high. I'm not first round high on Darion Kennard, but I get the appeal that maybe he could play tackle. Likely a guard though. I think he's a guard only guy, but plays in a very inside zone heavy offense there at Kentucky. So it'll be intriguing to see how he fits into Zach Taylor's offense, but I get it. Get Burrow more protection, get him more help. I'm trying to think. Charles Cross is still on the board. Ahmad Gardner here at 27. I don't think he's going to fall this far, but can you imagine him across from Trayvon Diggs? You got a shutdown corner in Gardner and then a guy with tremendous ball skills in Diggs. Scary. Kyrie Elam going to the Bucks, man. The Bucks love them Auburn corner. Oh, wait, no, Florida. I'm thinking Roger McCreary. Excuse me. Man, but Kyrie is a good fit. They got Carlton Davis. They got to figure out, do they want to sign him long term or not? We'll see. But regardless, cornerback depth. It's probably the best thing you could have outside of a franchise quarterback on your roster. The Chiefs go Jaquan Brisker. So the Chiefs, they really love their 3 safety sets. Getting a guy like Brisker that can play around the line of scrimmage, play well, allow Thornhill a little bit more, allow him to play a bit more deep, more often, keep him on the field more. And Brisker's actually a guy that if they want to play too high, they can, and have Brisker go back with Thornhill, because they do have Honey Badger there as well, who likes to play around the line of scrimmage. But I like this as a Daniel Sorensen replacement, because let's be honest, man, dude has blown a lot of coverages. I don't think he's declared yet, but Henry To'oTo'o going to the Lions. They get a linebacker, which linebacker they could upgrade at, but they've seen some things out of a couple of guys they have there. Not sexy. You got Burke and Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burke still on the board. I'd be taking one of those two guys here. Not Henry To'oTo'o, who's or Tua, however you say his last name. I'll get it right if he declares. If not, then it buys me another year to be able to get it right. But he's a guy that just is tackling. He's a missed tackle machine. He tracks ball carriers extremely well, very athletic. But, man, just missed tackles have been a problem. Especially to go over the guy that just comes off the board here, Devin Lloyd. I think is a bit astonishing. But Lloyd, man, going to the Titans, I think it's a good pickup. I'm not gonna lie, potential, like, you could use him in a Harold Landry role if they don't bring Landry back. So I don't know, kind of sexy. Jordan Battle going to the Packers. Hold up, what is this? This is an interesting mock draft, I'll say that, because they have Savage, they have Amos. Like Battle, you play around the line of scrimmage. You can kick him into the slot sometimes. I know, who's the cat they have there? Chadon Sullivan. You could obviously upgrade from him, but I don't know if this is the call. I don't think we're going to see 3 safeties in the first round. I think 1, maybe 2 at the max, but 3 is a bit astonishing to me. you go so many, like there's so many good receivers left on the board. But that is the Packer thing to do, is to ignore a receiver. I know they got one in the second round last year. How's he doing? Did they get him a second? No, they got him in the third, didn't they? Amari Rodgers? Can't remember. But wow, this was such a weird mock draft. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead and do that YouTube thing. As always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.